Hello, everyone. It's good to be back. It's been so long. We've missed you. We've just been concluding a lot of things, winding up the ICO. So please forgive us if we sort of disappeared on you guys. Today, we just want to give you updates on what's going on, because I know a lot of people hate it. I know I hate it too.
Yeah.
When I'm watching an ICO closely, and then suddenly when it concludes, everybody just goes
quiet.
Yeah. And then all the communication just
Nobody's
stops.
home.
We're not going to be that kind of
We will always be
ICO.
here.
Yeah, so we're here for you. First thing that we want to talk about is the KYC process. This is so important. I will leave you guys to explain how important this is. First of all, what is it for people that are wondering?
KYC is know your customer. This is sort of banking regulation or regulation that deals with any company involved in financial services.
Mm-hmm.
We have to prevent money laundering and unscrupulous financial activity. So
Mm-hmm.
any company in most jurisdictions around the world
Mm-hmm.
is compelled by regulators to know about anyone and everyone who's involved with their operation. So much like that, we are forced to do the same thing. So we require everyone who's participated in the ICO, be it bounty, airdrop, people who bought tokens, to fill out the KYC details on the Goldma website.
Mm-hmm.
And we need sort of government issued photo ID and a proof of residence. So that could be a utility bill, this is water, municipal, electricity, phone bill type, that type of thing.
Right.
Or if that's not available, I know we have been getting complaints that some of our participants and some of our sort of customers are younger, so they don't own property just yet.
Mm-hmm.
It's any official documentation that states your address that is authenticated or signed by a notary official. That will be good for us.
That's very informative. Thank you very
Yes.
much, Mr. Ruben. Also, just to add on to what he's saying, I cannot stress this enough. It's very, very important. Please do not neglect completing your KYC form in the website.
Yeah.
Okay, there's another story. You're the network guru.
Of course.
And I'm sure you've been bumping heads with people who were involved in the bounty
Every hour.
and the airdrop, because they're asking, why are you telling us now that we need to do the KYC when you didn't tell us that before? So
Yes.
how are you handling that?
Well, in the current situation we are, sorry, we're a security token. We're in a jurisdiction where there's laws. And what we're trying to do is, at the same time, we don't want to ignore people and say, no, what you think doesn't matter. We only do what the law wants. We want to keep an even balance, because we are now required to get KYC. Before, we didn't require KYC from bounty or airdrop people.
Right.
But now we have to do the KYC, even for the team members. So I went through my KYC, but I'm glad that actually most of the people that were actually complaining about that are starting to understand. And you see most people are completing their KYC. We've been going through that whole process, checking the KYC. Most of them are good, and we're going to reach a point where we start contacting people to say, no, this is not clear. Can you re-upload this photo? This is not notarized. Can you please go do that? Because for the sake of people who have invested in this, including the people who did bounty, airdrop, and who paid money, we need to stay on the right side of the law so that Goldma can do its thing and give a return on your investment without us being stopped because of small little things like KYC.
Right.
If we let's just get ahead of that bump, right? And what you notice is that there will be just a few individuals that wouldn't want to do KYC because of, some reasons that won't be necessarily good reasons. Some are sinister. But I'm not saying a lot of people like that. So we will actually protect the good guys who've invested in this from those people. So I want to thank everybody who has actually completed their KYC. A lot of people have done that. Bounty, airdrop, and the guys who paid PayPal, Bitcoin, Ether, it's actually going well. So if you need assistance, we are there 24/7 on Telegram. We're on Bitcoin Talk, Twitter. we'll be there 24/7 to assist you guys with anything you need. There are tutorials on YouTube that we can help you out with. And if you have any questions, we'll assist you. If you can't upload, and sometimes there are glitches in the internet, the website maybe, we handle that immediately. The moment you tell us, we work on it. And I think most of the guys, you can actually confirm that the moment you cited a problem, we've handled it out. So, yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for
welcome.
that. Which brings me to my next point. We are currently going through the KYC review process because we still have to check if everything is there. So there are things that we obviously stated before, but sometimes there are chances, like people who feel like, let me take my chance and see if I can get away with it. So if you filled in your KYC form and you uploaded your school ID or any funny work ID or medical aid ID, I'm sorry to say this, but that won't do. We need a government issued ID. You're not only going to upload the picture of the ID, but a selfie of you holding the ID. The reason why that's important is because I can simply take Eddie's ID and fill in the KYC. But if I have a selfie of it beside me, it'll show like you're clearly not Eddie, judging from that. So you need to make sure that everything checks out all the information. And as Mr. Rubin said earlier, with your proof of address, it needs to be something official. Don't scribble a note and say, this is my proof of address or whatever. Make sure everything is properly done. At the end of the day, it's not only for our benefit, but for yours as well, for your protection. You wouldn't want a situation where you're existing in the same space with people that are laundering money. There are a lot of dangerous organizations out there, possibly terrorists, that could want to take advantage of these opportunities. So you can protect your business as well, because once you have received the tokens, you have a portion that you're entitled to from us through royalties. So make sure you protect your investment by complying with the regulations that have been stipulated. And I think that's not very difficult. If there are any problems, as Eddie reiterated, and Ruben as well, Telegram is the fastest way to contact.
Yes, please.
Everyone, and 24/7.
Please join our Telegram group.
They're there.
Join. Most people ask questions on Bitcoin Talk that have already been asked on Telegram. And of course, I'm glad to answer the questions. We're all glad to do that. But sometimes it will actually help for you to ask a question in a forum where most of your peers are, who you participated with.
Right.
That can actually, if we're doing something wrong, they'll support you.
Yeah.
If there's something you're missing, they can actually help you and we can help you. So if you could, join our Telegram chat group. You should see it below. And yeah.
Moving on. We're getting to that time. I know people think that once an ICO is concluded, then the work is done. No, honey.
It's just getting started.
It's getting started. Like the pressure is real, right in our faces. But we like it. So we are going to start listing as well. We need to list our tokens. However, the dates are to be advised. We will announce. It's going to be good, because I think it's important for each and every one of our token holders to realize that this is not a game. We're really in it for the long haul. And part of that is listing our currency on the exchange, so that you can start trading. And we're very optimistic about how it'll perform. And we're not going to say too much details at the moment. We want to wait until we announce officially. And then, but just be ready for that announcement. And it's going to be big. I'm excited. I don't like keeping secrets, but I'll try my best. All right. Now we move on to the heart of the project, which is the mine, right? We've been talking about this a lot, about how gold is produced and how expensive it is. And we have one section of the mine that we are prioritizing at the moment because that will assist us in gold recovery. That's the CIP plant. Would anyone want to expand on that before I
don't know how I could expand it, except say it's expanding and it's cheaper.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
more efficient.
Yeah, because we've been the reason why it was taking time as a business and as for your investment also, we need to not only find a good person to put that CIP plan for us, but we need to find it at a reasonable price. So cost is a very important aspect in any business, even including our mine. So as we have been searching around for the technical guys to set up the CIP plant, right? We found the guy at a very good price with very good equipment and with a very good process that's going to help us out.
Yeah.
And how much of the gold production will it increase by almost 3, 4, 5 times? From current rates, the recovery rate. We're not sure of the details at the moment.
Yeah.
But once the CIP plant is up and running, I'm telling you, it's a game changer.
Just to explain a bit about the CIP plant, when the stockpile is processed, goes through the ball mill and goes to the leaching plant, all that sand that we call sand, there's actually a lot of gold that is locked inside different matter. So what that process does is it separates the gold from the waste, which is just several things. So that's basically the process that we're talking about, where you recover gold as opposed to letting all that matter just run and leave it like there because you think there's nothing there because it's not visible with the eye. Yeah. So that's actually a loss that a mining company will be running if you're not taking advantage of that, being able to recover gold once it's gone through all the processes.
Yeah.
So that's exactly what the CIP plant is. We're excited about it. As Eddie said, it was a matter of finding the most viable contractor that will do it in a timely manner, that will do it efficiently, that will do it, in a cost-effective way without overcharging, and lots of considerations and investigations as well. Like, you need to know, who am I going into business with? And it looks like we found the one. So that's some exciting stuff. And also we had to conduct feasibility studies just to see, like, realistically, where can the CIP plant be at the mine, and sort of put infrastructure in place that will facilitate for the CIP plant to function well. Because if you look at the way the plant has been expanding, everything is strategically placed.
Yeah.
Like, we don't just randomly place separators here and, the ball mill here. It has to be in order. You know what excited me when I found that the piping system for the water, they made something to suspend the pipes, and those things were handmade. Like, they made those at the
concrete
mine.
blocks. Is it when we, by regulations by Emma, the water that we use, we can't just dump the water. We need to reuse the water. So let's say at the plant, after the ball mill is done with this thing and mixes water, it goes to the separators. At that last point, after we separate the gold, the water is supposed to be dumped. But the moment we dump it, it goes into a pool. Those pipes you're talking about then pump that water way back down there and reuse the water. That's why Goldma is green. So those slabs
like
you're talking about, So I like the whole part where the stuff is the ingenuity that comes out of the people at the mine. I mean, it all goes down to being cost effective. We could have bought those concrete blocks, but no, we made them ourselves. Most of the stuff there, we have engineers that are there to say, you know what, we can do this with this and that, instead of give me money to buy this, give me money. So I would say the mine is in good hands. As long as we watch the cost, we're good. And just to comment about the mine in general, what Eddie's saying, there's a lot of development going on, and very soon we'll be able to show you more videos at the mine and the progress that's there so far. But trust me, it's growing. And with that, I think it concludes the updates that we have for you. Any questions, leave them in the comment section below. Would love to answer your questions right now. We're kind of looking into keeping you informed. Like, hold our hands. We'll take you through this journey. We're walking this journey together as a business. And you and us
are now in sort of like a marriage. We're married, we're bound by our common goal, which is to transfer wealth into the digital space and distribute it worldwide so everybody can have a portion, So with that, we hate to leave you, but we have to. Till next time, guys. Bye-bye.